So time to make some cupcakes, and we are making winter coconut cupcakes today because it's snowing outside, it's really cold, and I thought coconut in these cupcakes just, you know, perfect for this time of year. So let's get started.
So in this large bowl I have two types of flour: self-raising flour 125 grams, plain flour 120 grams, sifted or ready to go. We have 110 grams of unsalted butter, which is at room temperature already. We have 25 grams of desiccated coconut. We have 180 grams of castor sugar, 125 ml of coconut milk, 2 large free-range eggs, and I'll also be putting in 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract as well. So now we have creamed our butter and sugar together, we're going to add the eggs. Try and get them one at a time if we can. Oh, there's one. Okay, so that egg's all nice and blended in, creamed into the butter and sugar. So we're just going to add that second egg now and do the same again. Beat it up for another minute or so until it's nice and creamy. So your butter, egg and sugar mix should be a lovely smooth consistency now and nice and creamy. So we're going to add some vanilla extract. This can just be shop bought, or you can get some good quality paste. So I've got a little measuring spoon here, and I'm just going to measure out 1/4 teaspoon. It's a nice vanilla flavour. And then we're just going to give that a quick mix in. So it's now time to start incorporating some dry ingredients and also the coconut milk. So we're going to take 1/3 of flour to start with. We don't want to add too much flour all at once. It'll be too thick and stiff for the mixture to try and blend well. So just 1/3 of the milk, 1/3 of the flour, and then we're going to mix that now. We're just going to keep incorporating the flour and milk now, 1/3 at a time, to finish off mixing these dry ingredients in. All of our flour and milk combined now, beautiful consistency. So I'm just going to take my spatula, take the hook off, and get rid of all this doughy goodness back into the bowl. Then I'm just going to get my spatula, make sure I get all the ingredients around the sides, all incorporated into the mixture. And then we're going to add our coconut, and we're just going to fold that into the batter. Now, while we've been doing this, your cooker should be preheated to around about 160 degrees if you have a fan oven. If you've just got a normal convection oven, then you want it to be at 180 degrees, which I think is about 350 Fahrenheit. So that's the coconut all mixed in now. We're going to stick all that, fill our cup cases now, cupcake cases now, put my teeth back in, and then we're going to pop them in the oven. So you should have enough mixture to make roughly 12 standard size cupcakes. You want to fill the cases 3/4 of the way full, and when you've done that, we'll pop them in the oven for about 25 minutes until they're slightly raised and nice and golden brown. Cupcakes are ready, nice golden brown colour, and they've risen nicely as well, looking really good, and they smell amazing. So yeah, we want that nice golden colour on there, but the best way to check if they are ready is to have some sort of skewer, like metal preferably, so that you can see if any of the mixture comes out on it when you put it inside. So we want to just poke aside one of the cupcakes to test, and what you're looking for is if any of the batter mix comes out on the skewer, then you know they're still a little bit soggy inside, so we need to put them for a little bit longer, but these are looking good. So I'm going to put them onto a wire rack once they've cooled a little bit in the tray, and while that's cooling we will get on and make the icing. Okay, so ingredients for the coconut icing. We need some icing sugar, 500 grams of. We need 160 grams of unsalted butter, and at room temperature again preferably, because it just helps that blending process a little bit quicker. And we've got 60 milliliters of coconut milk in there as well. So we're going to start off by putting the butter in the mixer bowl, processor, what am I saying? And we're going to add a little of the icing sugar. We don't want to add too much at once because it blends better and mixes better if it's a little bit at a time. And then we'll just start at a low speed, and then we'll gradually build it up as it blends together. So as you can see, I started adding the coconut milk once the butter and icing sugar had all blended up really nice and mixed really well. I'm just going to put the last little bit in, so you just add it a little bit at a time, mix it in together, and then that's me just putting the last little drop in now. So I've probably put it in 3 quantities, so a third each time. Start on a slow speed. paddle out and get all this lovely sweet icing sugar. It's actually beautifully fluffy, which is exactly what we want. We want it to be lovely and fluffy and light. And I'm just going to show you now how actually beautiful and fluffy this is. Beautiful, beautiful and fluffy. So I'm just going to cover that icing up now because it's all ready to go. I'm going to get all my little decoration bits and bobs together now while we wait for the cupcakes to cool further. And then once they're cool, we will ice them and decorate. Obviously you don't want to ice them while they're still warm because it will melt the icing, which is not a good idea. So let's wait for them to cool now, and it's decorating time. Cupcakes are nearly cooled, so I'll just show you what we've got here for decoration. So I'm going to do like a little surprise inside these cupcakes. So you've probably seen this in the shops, some bounty like spread. It's quite sweet, so we don't want to use too much of it, but I'm just going to poke a little hole in the cupcakes and put a little bit of that in there. So we've got our piping bag with that in there ready to go. I'm obviously going to ice on top, so our icing is all in a piping bag and ready to go. I'm going to use a plain round nozzle for icing the cupcakes today. And then I'm going to sprinkle some desiccated coconut on top of the butter icing. I also have some blue little sprinkles. I'll just put everywhere. And I have some little cut out rice paper flakes, like snowflakes. You can decorate these however you want. Be artistic, be imaginative, you know. You could use the coconut cupcakes for any occasion. The coconut is great, it looks like snow. So winter occasion for me. Be imaginative with how you want to decorate these and what occasion you want to use them for. But they are very versatile, so I will get on and show you how to ice these cupcakes now. Okay, so I've got my 12 cupcakes here. I'm going to start off first by piercing some holes so that I can put our bounty spread in there. I've got a plastic, quite a wide plastic straw here, and all I do for this is poke the straw into the top of the cupcake, press down, make sure you don't go all the way through, and then I just wiggle it around a little bit just to create a little well. The top of these cupcakes might crack a little bit because they are quite crispy on top, and I think that's the coconut in there that's doing that, make them nice and crispy. And like I say, you just want to create a little hole, wiggle it around a little big enough just to get a little bit of spread in there. So now what I'm going to do now is just take my little bag here with our bounty spread in, wrap it around my finger so it's nice and secure. Pair of scissors, I'm just going to snip the end off. My hole is big enough just to squeeze enough of the spread out. And I'm going to squeeze that into the cupcakes. Make sure they're nice and full. Now we have filled all the cupcakes with the bounty spread. We are going to put the buttercream icing on top. Let's take my icing bag. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then we're just going to create a big blob on the top. And my icing is never done for good looks. I'm not the world's greatest icer, but they taste amazing. pretty good. Apart from this one. Now time to decorate. And where I'll hide my little icing errors. I'm going to start this end by putting a little bit of coconut around. This is a bit messy. Sprinkling the coconut around. Make sure it's nice and covered. Shake off any excess without losing the icing clearly. Going to get some little blue sprinkles, not too many. We're trying to cover them, placing them as well. And then we'll just finish off with some little snowflakes. So there you have it, winter cupcakes, winter coconut cupcakes. I'm going to open one of these up and see what we've got inside. So there we go, coconut cupcakes going in. Very yummy. If you'd like to watch me make more cupcakes in the future, then please subscribe to my channel. Should be around about here now, down in the corner. Give it a press, subscribe, comment on this video if you give these cupcakes a try, and let me know how you get on. Enjoy.